Hey everybody, it's Jed Joling here with eXp Realty in Southern Oregon, and I've got another Southern Oregon market update for you today. It's Tuesday, February 6th, and we're going to go through what happened here with January since we've wrapped that up, and also go over our current stats and news with the real estate market. So we're going to start out with Jackson and Josephine counties here. We have 866 actively listed single-family homes on the market right now. That number is up 8% from where we were a year ago today, which was about 797. This previous week, we had 75 new listings hit the market, 98 listings went pending, 68 went into the closed category, and 39 expired or canceled. In comparison to our 4-week average, we were up just 1/4 on our new listing count. We're up 25 3/4 units on our pending count and up 14 1/4 units on our closed count. And if we compare the same week to this week last year, we were down 17% this year on our new listing count for the week. We were down 13% on our pending listing count for the week, but we were up 40% on our closed count for this same week. So a rather large difference in the closed count there. This previous week, out of those 75 new listings, 22 of those are already pending sale. That's 30%, which is crazy. It kind of tells me that there was a lot of pent-up buyers waiting for some new things to hit the market, and as soon as they did, they were ready to go. So almost just like 29.3%, call it 30% of those listings already pending, which is crazy. All of this brings us to a current inventory of 3.7 months, meaning if we were to stock all new listings today based on the 4-week average of sales, we would run out of things to sell in 3.7 months. Mortgage rates right now, conventional national average for the 30-year fixed rate is at 6.96. The national average for the 30-year fixed FHA rate is at 6.2%. And a year ago, that conventional was at 6.39 and that FHA was at 5.82%. So we did see the rates tick back up a little bit last week and the beginning of this week. And that was what I'm told was due to the positive jobs report, just a lot more jobs added to the economy than expected. And that can cause rates to go back up in fear of the Fed, wanting to mitigate more inflation just because of those economic numbers coming in. But last week, the Fed did decide to hold the Fed funds rate after their meeting, and the mortgage rates ended up ticking up later on in the week, just due to that other economic news that came in. Most economists are indicating that rate cuts are likely to come in May or June to the Fed funds rate, which would probably be in the form of 0.25% at a time. Activity here in the local market has picked up a lot in the last 2 weeks. I've seen it with my own eyes, but also in the numbers as we just went over. We're seeing pretty strong numbers here this last week in our pending category, almost over 100 pending, which has been quite a while since we've seen close to 100 go pending in a single week. We saw 26% more pending sales this week compared to our 4-week average, which we went over that. So we're definitely seeing things start to move a lot faster. So January, we're going to go over our stats here for the month of January 2024. So for Jackson County, January 2024, our average cumulative days on market for a listing was at 59 days. Our sell to list ratio, meaning the percentage of what a listing was sold for once it was listed, was at 95.7%. So for example, if the listing was at $100,000 on the market, it sold for $95,700 on the average. Our absorption rate, which was our inventory rate for Jackson County, was at 3.06 months for the month of January. And flipping over to Josephine County, these same numbers here, the average cumulative days on market was 96.7 days for Josephine County. Our sell to list ratio was at 91.5%, and our absorption rate was at 3.83 months in Josephine County. Going back to our average cumulative days on market for Jackson County in 2023, January was at 80 days, and in Josephine County, January 2023 was at 88 days. Moving on, January of 2024 in comparison to January of 2023, had 19% more sold listings. So meaning you take this January and add up the amount of sold listings that we had and compare it to the amount of sold listings they had in January of 2023. We sold 19% more this year in January than last year in January, which is the first positive percentage we've seen on a year-over-year comparison, month to a month the previous year, since May of 2022. So every month that I've done stats since May of 2022, we've seen less listings sold year over year for each of those months between now and then. So this is the first month we've actually seen a positive number, which indicates, we could be turning around here on this downward decline we've had here in the market for the last couple of years, just due to these interest rates and stuff going on with our economy. So signs definitely seem to indicate that the market's picking up. I've seen that, and we're coming into tax season here soon. People are submitting their taxes even now, and tax returns are definitely going to help some of those that are looking to get their feet into the market. That might be just enough extra cash to get them their closing costs or the down payment needed to do that. So it's likely that will help push some activity in the springtime as well. That's all I've got for this week's market update. I hope this has been informative for those watching. As always, feel free to reach out with any questions about real estate market or about the process of buying, selling. I'm happy to help with any of that. So you're welcome to text me. My phone number is 541-761-7770. You can also call me there, or you can email me as well. I hope you all have a great rest of the week, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.